Kind of like I talked about SEC Media Day, just a lot of excitement. Finishing kind of the way we did last year. Even though we finished on a loss, very excited. We kind of got momentum towards the end of the year, and I think we'll carry that throughout the year this year.
Coach said you've really embraced more of a vocal leadership role. Why is that, and how much more comfortable do you feel in this offense this year?
I feel very comfortable. Year two in the offense, I feel really good, feel really confident. And as far as vocalness, I just knew it was something that my teammates and my coaches kind of needed me to do this year. Especially we had Bayless and Javonte go, so I was one of the few guys that returned last year that had some veteran experience. So I think that's why I've probably been more vocal this year.
How much more comfortable do you feel with this offense, specifically with the playbook? I know it changes some each year, but you have a foundation this year and kind of know what to expect.
Yeah, it's always good. Year two, having a year down, it just makes things so much easier, able to play without thinking as much. And like I said, just knowing kind of how the plays and how Coach Golish is going to call the game, that particular game, helps a lot.
Who are some of the other guys in that wide receiver room that are kind of stepping up and taking that next step?
Yeah, it's hard to just say one when I see all the guys working hard each and every day. But I'm very excited to see what Jalen does this year. I think he's one of the hardest workers on the team. See his growth the last couple months and really since the end of the bowl game. I think he'll have a great year this year.
What's changed about him?
Just his demeanor, his mentality. I feel like not in a bad way, but I feel like he's taken it a lot more seriously. I feel like he has his work ethic has increased, and I'm excited to see what he does.
How much did your relationship off the field with Hooker and Milton grow this offseason?
Grew a lot. When Joe and Henry kind of came, I just had to kind of get comfortable with them in the short time we had. But the off season, after the bowl game, we really had like a year to bond, become closer, and those two are some of my best friends on the team.
What can Jalen bring to this offense that maybe you guys might have missed some last year?
Yeah, just another playmaker out there. You give him the ball in a deep ball situation, give it to him in a short ball situation, he can take it to the house. So, he's obviously one of the fastest guys in the country. As long as he plays with confidence, he can be one of the best too. So.
What can Jimmy Callaway give you guys, and how was his summer in preparing for this fall camp?
Yeah, I'm excited about Jimmy Callaway. One of the most talented guys I've seen, honestly. And I hope this year, he'll get to show everybody. And I think he can provide a lot of touchdowns and a lot of explosive plays for us.
What about these young freshmen? Obviously, it was so new to them last year with Nimrod and Webb and Scroll White. But what can each of those guys kind of bring to the table and give to this offense?
Man, those guys can bring, whatever they put out. Those guys, Coach Pope and I tell them all the time, be ready. Obviously compete, to play, but just be ready whenever, any moment, any time. Those guys are, really good receivers. They work hard, some of the hardest working freshmen I've seen in my time here. And they love football clearly, and I think they can bring a lot to us.
Obviously, expectations are higher than they've been here the last few years. How are you guys handling the different expectations?
It's just the same expectations for me. I go out each and every game to win, so I don't really get too caught up in all expectations this year compared to last. When we played Georgia, Bama, LSU, my goal is to win, and so it's the same for me.
What is unique about Squirrel? Kind of everybody was talking about him in the spring. What made him kind of unique out there on the field?
Yeah, man, I really like Squirrel's heart. For a little guy, he's not scared of anything. He'll go in there and punch a linebacker. He'll strike a DB. So it's just you wouldn't expect it from a guy his size, but man, you couldn't tell. But he's very fast as well. I think he'll be a good player for us, a really good player for Tennessee. Yeah, I'm excited to see what he does.
Last year you came from sort of a role player to an all-SEC player. How likely is that to happen with somebody else this year?
I hope so. Like I said, I don't know particularly who. I want all my guys in the receiver room to succeed as well as my other teammates. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. Well, we start the season in 4 weeks, 5 weeks. So I guess we'll see then.
You, Bayless, and Javonte was sort of a trio last year. You kind of helped each other get open. Are you pretty dependent on those other two spots being good for you to get open this year?
Yeah, for sure. Nobody's a one-man show out there. Everybody, all 11 have to be in unity, and everybody has to do their job. So whoever does have the ball can look good out there.
fact, I was going to pick up on that. The coaches are certainly high on your ability, but one thing that Coach Golish made a point to say is it's not going to be a one-man show, and I would imagine you're as excited as he is about what you guys have to start practice with.
Yeah, no, it's not a one-man show. Like I said, we got a lot of talent in the receiver room. One of the most talented rooms since I've been here. Yeah, we got a lot of young guys, maybe a lot of unproven. But, like I said, we had a lot to prove last year, me, Bayless, and Javante. So, they were very hard workers. They've worked hard, and I think it'll show when we start the season.
Practice starts tomorrow. What advice would you give the guys about the grind that you guys are going to go through here the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, I kind of sent all the receivers a long message, and I kind of just explained to them, the season is a long season. There's going to be up and highs. We'll like more highs and lows, obviously, but, it's just, you got to kind of flip the switch, we're still going out there having fun, but it's kind of, you got to take a lot more seriously now.
You excited about being the new Cookie Monster this year?
I'm excited about it, yeah. 2 free cookies for every 2 touchdowns, so yeah.
What's your favorite cookie?
Berry Whites. Yeah, I like those, so yeah. That's my favorite cookie.
What's it been like transitioning in your eyes over the last 3 or 4 years with different wide receiver coaches since you've been here? How have you handled that every single year that it's gone on?
Just trying to adapt, every coach coaches differently, so just trying to, learn from all 3 or 4, however I've had now, 4 of them, and just kind of take what I feel best fits my game. So, I'm happy to have Coach Pope, and I think he's doing a good job.
After that Florida game last year, it seemed like the coaches kind of said, okay, we're going to go Javante, Bayless, and Cedric. How do you look at that going into this season? Younger guys trying to come up and get better, but you being out there and being a veteran now, knowing that they can rely on you.
Yeah, like I said, that's what the camp is for, to kind of see, the guys we're kind of rocking with this year. I know those guys are going to compete as well as myself every day. So, I don't know, that's not my job, it's the coach's job, but I'm interested to see who all the other receivers are going to be out there.
What's the biggest challenge for a receiver in this offense?
The biggest challenge,
Line back up?
Yeah, line it back up. We go fast, but that's why you kind of have to come in the shape. And, tomorrow, no matter how much you run in the offseason, it's nothing like putting that helmet on and running. But, just probably the tempo and just kind of learning how to fit the offensive scheme.
Turntine and Walker at DB, just what have you seen from those 2 guys as a newcomer?
One more time?
Wesley Walker and Andre Turntine.
Yeah.
Just what have you seen from them? I don't know if you've been able to go up against
them. No, I haven't gone up against them too much, but the few I have and kind of just seeing them working out and practicing, I feel like those guys have really accepted the culture. This team has really worked hard, and it's just been, very surprising to see how the team, everybody saw one person, now everybody wants to do double or triple. So, haven't gone as many against them as much, but obviously that'll change starting tomorrow.
What's the next step for you? What can you be better at this year than last year?
Just being an overall better receiver, in my opinion. Obviously we can nitpick, better route running or whatever, but really, man, just trying to be the best receiver in the country.
Do you feel like the country or the SEC is talking about Cedric Tillman enough?
It really doesn't matter to me. I'll let people got their opinions. I got opinions on players, so everybody's entitled to their opinion. And like I said, at the end of the day, we got to go out there and perform. So, eyes in the sky don't lie.
What about Hendon Hooker? Do you think people are talking enough about him?
Like I said, I personally don't think so. I think Hendon is one of the best quarterbacks out there, if not the best, and I'm confident that he'll show that.
During SEC Media Days, you and Hendon said that you and him have a little rivalry when it comes to rappers. He said that you're a little bit more old school, he's a little bit more new school. Did you hear that, or do you have any kind of comment on that?
Yeah, I went up to him after. I said, "What are you talking about?" But no. He does. I do like more older stuff. Obviously, I just still like the new stuff. But
he said you like Kanye.
Yeah, I do like Kanye. So like I said, we're on connection on the field, but off the field, music-wise, we're not on the same page. No.
What did you see from him last year in handling, not getting the job early, and then keeping working, and then obviously playing the way he did? From your perspective, how did he handle all that?
I think it just kind of shows you the type of guy he is. Things didn't work out, maybe how he wanted to at the beginning of the year, but instead of complaining or pouting on the sideline, he just, stayed committed to the process and continued to work hard. And, when he got his time, he showed people, who Hendon is. So, like I said, I think he's one of the best quarterbacks out there, and nothing surprised me last year.
How important is it for you guys that Joe came back?
I think it's important. Joe is a very talented quarterback too. We're happy to have him, and you know, he's another leader on the team. So, you know, I'm excited to have Joe back, and I think, you know, I think he's a great teammate for us.
How tough is that to lead, you know, if you're not a starter? I mean, you know, a lot of times that would be tough for guys, but it sounds like a lot of people are saying that about Joe.
Yeah, just like I said about him, it just kind of shows you the type of guy Joe is. You know, college football, and life in general, you know, sometimes things don't always go the way you like, but usually the ones that stick the process through, things work out for them. So I'm sure things will work out for Joe.
What it sounds like there's a lot of healthy competition on this team. Just how important is that in your position for the whole team in general?
Oh, it's important to have competition. I mean, that's why we play football. You know, we compete, so it's good to compete against each other. So when we go out there, when them lights are on, you know, we got other guys across the field talking to us. You know, now we know how to handle that. You know, so it's great that the team's competing. It brings out the best in everybody, and yeah, I think it'll show.
Does that make practices a little bit more fun?
Yeah, it makes practices more fun. I'm not the biggest talker, so yeah, I may not talk as much as other guys, but definitely seeing other guys talk and kind of get juiced, it definitely turns me up more.
Anybody on the team specifically is a really good trash talker?
We got a couple guys that talk trash, but if you ask any, it's usually the DBs, you know, defensive guys. But you know, they kind of know it's hard to get under Ced's skin, so I kind of just ignore it. Yeah.
So how much, you know, looking back this time last year, how much more comfortable are you with that pace of play? How long did it take to get comfortable?
Yeah, you know, I'm very comfortable. You know, like the last 8 game or whatever stretch it was, you know, I think I really got comfortable, and that's, I feel like, helped me out a lot. So this year, off season, knowing the offense, comfortable with the coaches, obviously had the QB1 coming back. You know, just feel like we can take even bigger strides. Not just me, everybody else. So very confident.
Now that you have a year under your belt, can you see it's an advantage to play that way? Can you see how it wears on defense?
Yeah, for sure. When you're not thinking, when you're comfortable on the offense, you kind of know what Coach Golish is going to call. You have an idea. It makes a huge difference. So like I said, I'm excited about the year, and like I said, that comfortability part definitely helps.
What is it like with that coaching staff in terms of when their game plan is scheming, trying to maybe get input from you guys too? I mean, what's the process like of, you know, like getting ready for an opponent?
Yeah, you know, they come out with the game plan. You know, throughout the week we do the plays, and they say which plays they want, see what plays they don't want. You know, what I like about Coach Golish is Coach Golish, you know, comes up to me, or Coach Pope, oh, do you like this play? Do you think it's going to work? So, you know, it was good because he knows I'm on the field, and I kind of have a different perspective than him. So that's kind of how the process is.
Was there a time last year where that conversation happened, and then you saw it on Saturday, like there it is, and it popped or something like that?
Yeah, it happened a few times. You know, I can't remember the specific instances, but for sure, like I would tell Coach Golish, oh, I don't like this play, or you know, oh, I want to do this, and you know, sometimes he'll listen to me, sometimes he doesn't, but definitely for sure there was some times like that.
Is it related ever also to, like, you know, what personnel you're going against too? You know what I mean? Like there's a tendency for this corner or whatever.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That's my job, to tell Coach Pope, you know, how the DB is playing or what I see. They always tell us, hey, if you guys have an opinion on something, just let us know. So I think that's huge. Yeah.
Thanks, Cedric.
Thank you.
The tight ends, how do the tight ends in the passing game kind of help you guys out on the outside?
You know, we got, you know, some good tight ends. You know, we got some young tight ends also. You know, Jacob Fant, kind of the oldest guys coming back. I think you'll see they'll probably have more opportunity this year to kind of catch the ball. But, you know, their work ethic and how they play every snap definitely rubs off on the whole team.
I was going to say, I feel like everybody kind of forgets about them, you know, in the pass-catching conversation.
Yeah.
But you know, Princeton and Jacob, they've been here forever. I feel like they have a lot to add in the receiving, you know, for this offense.
Yeah, you know, Fant, you know, to me, I think Fant has the second best hands on the team. So
who's got the first?
Me. Yeah, it's me. But no, you know, Jacob and Fant, you know, they're not just guys who can block; they're also guys who can run routes and catch the ball too. So yeah, they're good tight ends.
One more thing for me, you know, last year, whenever Javonte took a screen to the house, or whenever Bayless, Kentucky comes to mind. You know, there were a couple other times. You and Princeton Fan really blocked well on the perimeter. You know, how much do you guys take that to heart in terms of being good blockers, blocking for your guys this spring for long touchdowns?
Take it for pride because, like I said, I'm a competitor. I want to win. So, you know, if me blocking helps us win or me diving for a ball, whatever, and I just get excited when I see my guys out there, you know, get the ball open space. So, you know, I treat people how you want to be treated. I'm going to block my tail off because I want you to block your tail off for me. And literally the Vanderbilt game, you can see Bayless literally pushes me in the end zone to make sure I score. So, you know, just having brothers like that block for you, I have to do the same, obviously, back.